Welcome to Nightly Reviews, where I am your knight in shining armor. Okay. Today, I'm going to review, or give you my opinion, that is, on Ken Byron's Brown Flek. Now, Ken Byron. I have a few Ken Byron blends, and let me tell you something. This guy, Ken Byron, whoever he is, I'm trying to get in touch with this guy. I haven't written to him, but I will. He's becoming special in my tastes. Why? I think it has to do with what he so calls exotic or imported tobaccos, Virginias especially, for me. Now, we're treading on the Samuel Gowith or Gowith and Hogarth trail. And let me tell you something. Samuel Gowith or Gowith and Hogarth is, for me, a very special, I should say, house. It's the tobacco itself is very. There's something about this house that demands respect. Now, Ken Byron demands respect. Try some of his stuff. I mean, I've been smoking Van Gogh. Yesterday I smoked 2 bowls of Van Gogh because the first bowl was so yummy. Okay? And it made me think of Russ Wellett's blends, especially the Warhorse, but not that pronounced. But still with that flavor. I don't know if it's a topping or whatever, but it had that. Look, for me, it reminded me of my youth, with when I used to live with my mom and she used to cook. There was these scents in the air of almonds and citrus, because my mom was a great cook. So, I mean, the house just smelled like wonderful, all right, for lack of a better word. Now, Ken Byron's Flek. Okay, the Brown Flek. I would put it close to the brown, and I forget what tobacco it's Samuel Gowith. Brown something. It just something brown. I forget. It's not number 2, but it's, I don't know, a brown. I forget right now. Whatever. And it's really close. I mean, these are tobaccos, Ken Byron and Samuel Gowith. These are tobaccos not to be taken lightly. These are tobaccos that will evoke a lot of memories, will sit you down. A philosopher's tobacco. That's what I would say. I mean, so the Brown Flek. Let's get into the Brown Flek, okay? For me, it's earthy. It's citrusy, but dark citrusy. It's sweet, but not in a like Black Cavendish yucky sweetness. But sweet like an almond, an amaretto, an almond cookie. You know what I'm saying? It's top flavored, very, very nice. When I say top flavored, the high notes are really, really nice. Citrusy, like I said, almondy, marzipan-y, but dark marzipan. Bready, right from the oven, but 5 minutes left to rest, and it's a meaty tobacco without it being heavy. I get hay, always going down the mid notes now. I get hay. The bread is going down a little bit in the baritone, okay? Not the bass notes, but does it have heavy bass notes? No. It's very baritone-y, very alto-ish, tenor type thing. You know what I mean? And the soprano, the high notes, are well, I was gonna say figments of our imagination. Back in our Rolodex thing of flavors, information of flavors, we get some, like I said, citrus. So that would be like a high note, okay, but tenor high type thing, not soprano. Look, I'm a musician, so I'm gonna talk in musician's way. It's a little tardy. This is the type of smoke that you would have mid-evening, okay, after supper. I wouldn't say you have to eat anything with this at all. But I mean, when you smoke with a full stomach, or have at least a couple of toasts with some peanut butter and cream cheese and pickles. But pickles, forget the pickles on this one. Just cream cheese and peanut butter. Try it, okay? Try it. Don't just go yak. Try it first. And every time I've had this brown Flek, and I'm always when I'm in a mood to have something smoky and wafty, what I mean to say is like the imagery here would be me smoking 1942 in Casablanca, in one of those seedy bars where they give you some tea, mint tea, and you have a nice smoke. That's what comes to mind. Casablanca comes to mind when I'm smoking this. It's like, yeah, that's the type of movie I would watch. Casablanca, while smoking this Ken Byron brown Flek. It's not gonna bite. Don't pump on it too hard. No reason to pump on tobacco too hard, regardless of what it is. All right, you stick it easy. Pretend everything is Virginia, and it's gonna rape your tongue. You can't say rape anymore because it's on YouTube, because for some reason you can't say rape. You can't say girl. You can't say man. You can't say shit. Even that you can't say shit. You can't say it. But anyways. What kind of pipe would I smoke this in? Medium, 100%. Okay, you don't want to go small with this because you want that bowl, you want that smoke. You want a small little puff, and you want it to be rich. This is almost like a chocolate mousse type thing. And I remember, because I'm bouncing from subject to subject here, but that's just me. The meds haven't hit yet. As I was saying before, sometimes if I want that type of smoke, I'm gonna say a brown smoke, right? A brown smoke, as opposed to a Virginia. Virginia would be a yellow smoke. You know what I'm saying? Except if you go African Virginia, well then you're in the browns. Russ, correct me if I'm wrong. Which I probably am. But you're not watching this, so. And, it's a tobacco that you sit down, you have a nice glass of port, you can have a nice espresso, not espresso, S-E-S, espresso, and you're gonna be content. This is a content type of tobacco, and if I were to rate this on 1 to 5, my God, I would give it a 4.7. Yeah. There's no such thing as a 5 type tobacco, because that's personal to us. But really, that's all I have to say about this. This is a worthwhile tobacco to have in your cellar. 100%. 100%. And I'm going to make a comparison soon, maybe today. Depends how I feel. Concerning the Van Gogh and Bob's Chocolate Flake. Yeah, Bob's Chocolate Flake. Ooh, it's a coveted tobacco. As soon as it's out, it's gone. Bob's Chocolate Flake, right? And it's not a tobacco you would smoke every day, because why would you? This ain't water, right? I'm gonna make a comparison between Bob's Chocolate Flake and Van Gogh by Ken Byron, and the similarities are there. The construction, the way it's made, is there. Ken Byron is taking a lot of the English style of tobacco, not English tobacco, but Russ wouldn't call it English tobacco. He would call it Oriental forward, right? I'm talking about English tobacco like a St. Bruno's, which has been around a long time, and there's nothing wrong with St. Bruno's, even though it's a, would you call it a codger blend in England, because it's sold over the counter type thing, like here you go, Bob, smoke this type thing. And talking about Bob, Smarty Bob, and Purse Piper. Oh my God, Parsimonious Piper. Give this a shot. Give this a shot, and let me know. I wish I could send you some samples, but I live in Quebec, Canada. You know, the upper part of the United States. Up. Past the border, up here. I can't send you any because you know what? It's gonna be labeled dangerous materials, and the feds are gonna be on your doorstep when you get this package of tobacco. It's just what it is, Canada. What can I tell you? We're cute, right? Give it a shot. Try it. Let me set a mood for you, okay? You finish supper, and you're doing the dishes, because you gotta do the dishes, right? You do the dishes, you talk with your lovely wife about how the day has been going, boo, and then your wife's gonna want to do her thing, then you're gonna do your thing. Here's the chance now. Your thing is, go to your smoking room, sit down, have a brown Flek, have a drink which is pronounced, okay? Should you have a scotch? Sure, you can have a scotch with this. And what kind of scotch? A Glenmorangie port cask type thing, right? You're gonna want some sweetness in there. And I know Russ says go contrary to the tobacco taste when you want to have a drink or food or something like that. Yes, 100%, I do agree, but sometimes I want to have some similarities, okay? Like the sweetness of the port cask in my scotch. Right? So, medium bowl, nice scotch. Port is nice with this. Not a heavy port though, a light port. Not a white port or red port. And, listen to some music. You don't want to be distracted more than that. Though music distracts me, but I'm involved in the music, in the wave of the music, like in the wave of the smoke. You know? Because music is ethereal, right? Just like the smoke in the air is ethereal. But music is more so because it has no photons. You can't grasp it. You can't grasp a particle of music. You can't. It's just there and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? But smoke, there's particles in the air. So you know what I'm saying. So what kind of music would you listen to this? I would listen to some Bach. Absolutely Bach. And Bach, brown. See what I'm saying? It's Bach's brown Flek. Hey, that would be a good one for Ken Byron. Bach's brown Flek. But it's Ken Byron's brown Flek. Flek. I like that. I like when tobacconists, they mess around with words. You know what I'm saying? Like cake. K-A-K-E. That's cute. Come on. You know, I know some people say, I'll never say cake with a K. Sure. Never say cake with a K. But if I give you a cake with a K, you're gonna eat it, right? So come on, give me a break. Listen to some Bach. What Bach would you listen to? I would listen to, you know what? Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 1. With the famous prelude, and then you go into the fugues and all that. Okay, I'm getting detailed. So, with that said, Ken Byron's Brown Flek is in my rotation all the time. I hope this goes on all the time, because what happens when Ken Byron's not around anymore? What happens to his tobacco? He doesn't have a distributor or someone to keep making his tobacco. Think about that, Ken. Think about that, Ken. Some of your recipes are fantastic, and it should go on. Because I remember asking Russ. I said, Russ, what happens when you kick the bucket? Will your tobacco still be around? He says, oh yeah, man, they'll still be around. I like that. Ken, you gotta have that confidence. And you gotta have the logistical thingies to have the whatever it is, the business savvy. But I know that when someone like Ken Byron doesn't produce it himself anymore, something's gonna change about it. Something's gonna change. Have a nice day. Be nice to people. Smarty Bob, Parsimonious Piper. I'm waiting for your comments, right? Because I listen to you guys. Yeah, you guys are deep. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the stats. That's the kind of day it's gonna be. Alright, so look. Here we go. The stats. Here. Come here, you. The stats. The brand is Ken Byron Ventures. Blended by Ken Byron. Manufactured by Ken Byron Ventures. You see what I'm saying? It's in-house. Samuel Gogh in-house. Huh? Nice coveted tobaccos. Blend type straight Virginia. Straight Virginia, meaning that it's just a straight Virginia. When you read it ain't just a straight Virginia. It's been lovingly taken care of. Trust me. The contents is Virginia. Flavoring, fruit, citrus. Yeah, it's figgy. It's figgy. The cut is a flake. Packaging is bulk. The country is the US of A, and it is currently available. That depends if he has it in stock. The other stats are the strength is mild to medium. Yes, I would even say mild. The flavoring, extremely mild. Yeah, you gotta go deep. You gotta bring it out. But it's there. It's there. Taste, mild to medium. And the room note is pleasant. Doesn't say anything to anybody else but you. And so that's it. And I'll say bye again. And I'll say be nice again. And yeah.